People face suffering every day. It can be stress from work, the loss of a loved one, or mental health issues, treated and unseen. Dr. Suzanne Song is a psychiatrist, humanitarian advisor, and author of the new book. It's called Why We Suffer and How We Heal. And this is an important book right now as we're dealing with so many mental health issues in our country and the world. She joins us now live to talk about how people can stay grounded during times of uncertainty and pain. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Suzanne, you've worked with people who are facing extraordinary hardship around the world. What have you learned about how people cope?
Yeah, in this country, we very much individualize suffering. And so people are taught to cope through your narratives, going to therapy, just dealing with it on your own. But what I found across the world, people actually heal through relationships and belonging.
That does make sense, right? To do it together. It probably eases some of the pain. In your book, you do say that stability may be more of an illusion than what we think. What do you mean by that?
I think many of us have been raised to believe that if you just work hard enough and you make the right decisions, that you will have a stable life. But instabilities are part of being human. And so the question isn't, are we ever going to experience a life challenge? It's, do we have the skills to not lose ourselves when we do?
And do we have those skills, especially everyone says this younger generation, they lack the grit. They don't want to deal with adversity, often because the parents have come in to try to make everything easier for them. Do you find that to be the case here in this country?
It's hard because we've privatized suffering, essentially. But I think the people who are able to find grounding, they have a connection to themselves and to others. They have a structure around them. And then they have a sense of meaning that's outside of themselves.
And you do write in your book about the 3 friends of winter. What are they and why do they matter right now?
I think of them as a psychosocial vaccine, essentially, to inoculate us against the suffering when major life challenges do happen. So they're narrative, ritual, and purpose. Narrative are the stories and explanations we have about what's going on. Rituals are the structure to stabilize us when we just can't think our way through anything. And then purpose is something of meaning that goes beyond us. So it's when we matter to someone else.
And how do we tap into those things if you're not used to having suffering together as a community or through relationships?
Well, we all are engaged right now in something that matters to our purpose and something that matters to somebody. So we think, who do you matter to? And let that be the starting point. And if that's hard, then who do you want to matter to? And that helps pull our energies and guide our resources.
That's great advice. And how about hardship and suffering as something valuable? How do we talk about that experience can make us better and stronger?
Yeah, pain sometimes is unavoidable, but the suffering is optional. So a lot of times the suffering comes from how we talk about things, how we talk about ourselves in that time of crisis. So if we just observe our thoughts and understand what are we saying about the situation, that's the first step.
Great perspective. Dr. Suzanne Song, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.